guys, it's Helena. So today I wanted to show you how I made a reusable produce bag just from some leftover fabric that I had, and this is the bag. It's pretty big, and so here's the drawstring, and it was pretty simple to make. I'm using it primarily for bread because it's so large, and usually when I get bread I don't want to use the bags that they give because sometimes it has some plastic and I won't necessarily be able to reuse it. So this is kind of a good alternative, and you can also put like fruit or anything else that you buy. You can also make it in various sizes depending on what you want to put inside of it. So you can do the project on a home sewing machine since the fabric's pretty thin, and yeah, let's get into it. So this is kind of my setup because I'm at home right now. I have the iron and I have a lot of leftover fabric from when I was in school, and I was just marking out the bag itself. So this is going to be the body, and then this is like the little drawstring tab. Now you can just cut out those two pieces that you just drew, and you cut along the edges, and I'm using fabric scissors. Since the fabric is pretty thin, you can probably get away with a good pair of regular scissors too. You can use the first body piece and the tab piece as a stencil and lay that on top of the new piece, the second piece of fabric, and then you can cut that out. So the edge of it, of the tube piece, the smaller rectangle, you just fold the edge, the raw edge, in twice along the width. So like that. Basically you're just turning it over on itself so that you get like a clean finish. It's just hard to show with one hand, but yeah. And then you sew along that line, and then you get an edge like this. I just used contrasting thread because it's already on my machine. So yeah, just a simple quick top stitch. So now you can fold the tab piece in half, just straight down the middle, like a hot dog style, and you can iron it to make the crease, and then you're gonna lay it on top of the body bag piece, and you're gonna sew along the edge about a ½ inch from the edge, and just sew all 3 layers together. Now all 3 layers are sewn together. So after both sides are sewn together, the tab sewn to the body pieces, you can iron it out so it's flattened along that edge, and then you want to put both pieces right sides together so that the raw seams are facing you. And then you can sew alongside the outside border along the 3 edges. You can cut the 2 corners off to make the bag, the corners more smooth once you turn it inside out. I used like a long strip of muslin, and as long as the width of it is like loops around the bag, that should be good. So I'm just gonna sew up the tie. I folded the fabric in half and I top stitched, and I put this safety pin on it, and I'm just gonna like loop it through. So I'm putting it in here, and then I'm just gonna keep pulling feeding the safety pin through it. And then once it gets to the other end, you can pull it out and then put it into the other side. Now the thread is like feeded through on both sides. You can just take off the pin, make a knot so that the strings won't go anywhere. And then that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that gives you an idea of how to make it, and I wanted to leave like a little template below if you wanted to use that as a reference. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day.